Thank you so much. Well, today we're going to talk about face-to-face, everybody's favorite subject in home health. There is my information if you need to get in touch with me after you get finished with the call and you have a question. You're welcome to get in touch with me. Our objectives today, we want to describe who can do a face-to-face encounter, and we want to discuss what items are needed to have that valid face-to-face encounter. We want to review examples of a valid and an invalid face-to-face item from actual charts, and we're going to discuss strategies for success in the future. Now, just a little bit of background. Again, if you've been in home health, this has been the thorn in our flesh, and you know as I know that it has been revised more times than we can count, and that's been part of the problem is that their tweaking or the revision or the interpretation has caused an increased amount of confusion. So it all started as a result of the Affordable Care Act, and it became effective in 2011. Again, there's been numerous revisions and interpretations since that point. It depends on what intermediary you're looking at or what MAC. It could be that a supplemental contractor is then reviewing face-to-face. We know RACs were reviewing our face-to-face at one point. And so we just had various regulatory bodies with the different interpretations. This includes Medicare claims, now Medicaid claims, and also some Medicare Advantage also require the face-to-face encounter, even though it was originally only intended for traditional Medicare. So if you do a lot of Medicare Advantage, you want to be sure to check with your Medicare Advantage plans to see if this is something that they require. There is a provision in Congress now, Home Health Documentation and Program Improvement Act of 2017. It was introduced in May of 2017 that will either revise the face-to-face again or it will eliminate it, but we in the industry feel this may not go very far with the current administration, so it may just sit there and really not go anywhere. But it is nice to know that we have somebody out there, a proponent in the legislature that thinks that the face-to-face needs to be either modified, simplified, or done away with. Now, for those of you that are in a potential pre-claim review state, Florida, well, it was only in Illinois. It was set to go in place in Florida in April, and they got a reprieve. But I think it will come back, and I think it will come back in further than the states than they originally talked about. And talking with the agencies that I have contacts with in Illinois, face-to-face was their biggest hurdle in getting through pre-claim reviews. So a reorganization to that has been proposed, that they will make it voluntary, and that's very loosely termed voluntary. Voluntary means that you can do the pre-claim review, but if you don't, then you are likely to be in a post-claim 100% ADR audit. They're also talking about revising it to where it only counts for the first episode, and then any subsequent episodes, any research would then be up for ADR audits. And you may question, well, why is that? Because Illinois was having to do every claim, they had to have a pre-claim review audit number to submit on their claim, and the reason being is because CMS still feels like recertifications are really high for home health, and that all of those should be